Alert, alert, alert. We have what must be a mistake on our website. I am seeing that the Pulse Wave price Trigger Reports Pro membership is available for just $888 a year. Obviously, I'm firing all my people and calling the police. But before I do that, maybe you want to go and grab one. Get yourself the best yearly subscription price we have ever had on our website. This sale smells like it is about to expire. So grab a slice of that sale price cheese before Frank fixes his mistake. PulseWaveTrading.com. See if you can get there before we put it back to a reasonable price. PulseWaveTrading.com. Go to PulseWaveTrading.com to sign up for our live webinar on the Pulse Wave Trading Method. I will explain and demonstrate exactly how I use my time-tested price trigger reports live and in person. I hope to see you there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our pre-market report. Hopefully everyone has had a wonderful holiday weekend. It's been a long one, and it's time to get back to business. All right, so first things first, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with everyone. I'm not going to hold you too long. I know you want to enjoy what little remains of the holiday, so we're going to keep it funky for you just like that. Give me a second here. Got to get used to running two things at the same time. All right. So hopefully you'll be able to share. You'll be able to see my screen now. Just give me a second here. Okay. Yep, I got it. All right. All right. So we got that going on. And then I got to come over here and do this one. All right. I'm getting there. I'm getting used to doing this. All right. I think we're good now. I think I have everything up the way it should be up. All right. So we're good. All right. So first and foremost, this is the Bitcoin futures. As you know, we were on a very weird schedule the last couple days of the week. So not all of the futures traded. Some closed early. Some didn't trade at all. It was closed. So we're going to look at all of that, and we'll see where we are and where we can expect to be going when the markets open here in less than an hour. So on the Bitcoin futures, we're looking at a crash alert, right, with a bearish trend momentum reading. And it's looking like the market wants to start to correct a little bit here, since we didn't get it back here when we had that algo shift. We didn't really get any movement down there, but it looks like now the market's been moving sideways and is ready to kind of give back a little bit here, and we're getting closer to that that vortex coming up too, where you would think that this rampage here will help push the prices higher, but in all actuality the market's already done it, and it's looked like it could be ready to fall off to start the week off here. So we'll need to be very watchful for that. Also, contract months are going to be changing over as well. All right, so on the NASDAQ 100 futures, it has not had any pullback. It has just gone straight up, no correction in sight. But it looks like that could be over. It looks like we're about to get some correction right now. And this market starting off with a crash alert as well. We'll see if there's any manifestation to this. So far, we got the beginning stages of a bearish trend momentum reading. So we'll have to wait for the market to confirm these incidents between tonight and to tomorrow morning. Now, in your Dow futures, we do not have any crash alerts, but we have a bearish trend momentum reading. Also, the market's been flip-flopping. So you were bullish, then you crossed over to bearish. Now you cross back over into bullish again. A lot of flip-floppage. and you didn't get any downside production from this negative bot check back here. You got no downside production. So we know a big, ginormous leg down could soon be on the horizon. So we're going to have to really be cautious moving ahead here. Looking at the silver futures, as you can see, it's still in a bear market, and you have a bullish trend momentum reading, and the market did power up and got back above 24. Little flip-floppage going on around here. You had this big bar here to give you a rally alert, and then you had the continued upside production within the sideways movement. So the next upside target now is the mid $25 range. So we'll call it like 25.50. Yep, 25. We'll say 25.50 is your next upside target on the silver. So definitely want to watch with a bullish trend momentum reading, I might add. Looking at your XRP Ripple, and you can see you have a rally alert also for tonight and tomorrow's trading on this one with a bullish trend momentum reading. So we'll see if Ripple can finally get something going here. You had this nice big up run, and then the market had this correction here. So maybe perhaps the market's ready to try to move back higher again. You are in a bull market configuration, I might add. And so perhaps the trend now is preparing to take control of the price action. And as far as your Zcash is concerned, you got a bearish trend momentum here with the crash alert reading. So this is a locked in bear market on your Zcash or ZEC. Ethereum futures. Okay, so you have a crash alert here too for tonight into tomorrow's trading in your Ethereum. You came into this with a rally alert, and now the market's ready to just, give it all back. So perhaps the bull market correction is ready to happen again. And one of the reasons is because Ethereum has a really hard time staying above 1900 and an even harder time staying above 2000. The funny thing is Ethereum is really acting and has a lot in concert with silver right now. Not silver, gold. Gold has a hard time above 2000, and it has a hard time staying above 1900, and that's exactly what you see happening in Ethereum. So very interesting how these two securities, they have nothing to do with one another, they share a correlation in the fact that they struggle with those two price arrays. As far as your US dollar index, it's still in a bull market and still has a locked-in bullish trend momentum reading despite the pullback. It did all this under the pullback. We knew something was going to happen because we had this algo shift all the way up here, but the market wasn't doing anything. Then when the market gave way, the shift comes off, the market's done what it's supposed to do. And now we have a bullish trend momentum reading, and we had a rally alert, but we didn't get any upside production because of the holiday. Now I can see that back up here to the Kumo cloud, back up here to the 104 is where the market's first initial upside target resistance zone will be found. I think the dollar's going to power up again, though. But hey, that's just me. All right. As far as the Aussie is concerned, this one is still in a bear market rally position. It really struggled for a long time. Down here is this long base has been built, and now it's looking like this market wants to explode and get back up to the, between 68 and 70. All right. So, and really technically between 68 and 72. So this one has a lot of upside potential in the upside push. So this one is looking good for that. I do like the Aussie for that potentiality. We'll just have to have some confirmation in the price triggers, which I think we will most likely get. All right, as far as the pound sterling, still has a bearish trend momentum reading, and you've had these negative bot checks. The last two have given you no downside production, so it's long overdue. And if the dollar's going to power up here, I think your pound sterling is about to give way to the downside as well. All right, looking at the euro. The euro had a crash alert, right? And it just hung out here. Again, this is because of the holidays. Got a bearish trend momentum reading. You're in a bear market. You're in a locked-in bear market. So I see the market also giving a push downward to start the week off. As far as oil has really come off, right? Got oversold down here. Then we got a rally alert, but no upside production yet, but looks like it's getting ready to do so. It wants to give a technical bounce from here and get back up to at least a Kumo cloud. And that could put the market back up around the $80 range. So I think that's what you're going to do here in your oil, because believe it or not, after all this carnage, you are still in a bull market in your crude oil futures. You're still in a bull market position. I know, crazy, right? So I think the upside potential here is where you are right now, just on the technical bounce level. As far as the S&P 500, it has defied all logic. This is an anomaly where you have a neutralized market that rallies. Normally in neutralized markets, you go nowhere. That's why it's called a neutralized market. But this thing just absolutely exploded. Even gave you a negative bot check that the market ignored and then rallied to new highs. So this is a bull market that is refusing to die. But this negative bot check, you cannot ignore these. At some point, the market will reconcile these bot checks, folks. These bot checks are more powerful than a pointer or a gap on a chart, because it signifies something way more important. It's telling you where the market is going to be pushed at, where the intraday price inflection points arrive. And at some point, the market is going to drop well below that price point. And that's what, so as high as it's going to keep floating up here, at some point, it's going to have to come back down and deal with that negative bot check. So just FYI, and you're still neutralized, but it's just one of those situations where until it comes off neutralized, we won't really know the true potentiality. But for now, it's looking like the market wants to take out the old highs and relock in the bull perspective and just run and ignore all negativity. That's usually a sign when the market is ignoring bad news and bad economic data and rallying on it. That's saying a lot. All right. Just like a market that can't rally on good information, this market will not drop on bad information. So this S&P is defying all logic. And I have to say, you just got to go with it, because the market can remain illogical a lot longer than you can remain solvent. So you just go with it until it turns. You don't have a choice. In a neutralized market, you're either buying, selling, or doing nothing, and you're sitting on the sidelines. I chose to ride this up, and I'm glad I did. But now that you're just hanging out here, we'll see if it can continue, or is the market just going to run? Last chart of the evening is gold, and now I'll let you guys get back to your relaxation. Gold futures here still has a bearish trend momentum reading. All right. And even though you're in a bull market, right, this market is trying to say that the correction is over and it wants to move higher, but you still have a bearish trend momentum reading. Folks, you really cannot rally with a bearish trend momentum reading. All right. It's just one of those things. Just like you don't expect the market to really drop and fall apart with a bullish trend momentum reading. Any downside in a bullish trend momentum reading is short-lived. Like back here, the market did fall pretty drastically, but it was short-lived because while it was falling, it still had the bullish trend momentum reading, letting you know that, ignore the man behind the curtain. Ignore the man behind the curtain. And what do you see happen? Bam, the market rallied. All right, so just saying, we got to go with this bearish trend momentum reading, which is a sell the rally mode until it changes. And if nothing changes, then nothing changes. But in the meantime, we're going to trade the way we're supposed to. All right, so this is where we peel off the YouTube portion of this, and now we're going to go over to the bullpen, and I'll show you what we're going to do about the charts we just talked about. Now, if you would like to take part in this, you can head on over to pulsewavetrading.com, and you can click the link to join us for the discussion, so you can see what we are going to do for tonight's opening. It will be coming up shortly. All right, folks, you know what it is. The system works if you work the system. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. I mean, don't turn your winning trades into losing trades. And also don't forget, we have this coming up, and you don't want to miss it. Go to pulsewavetrading.com to sign up for our live webinar on the pulse wave trading method. I will explain and demonstrate exactly how I use my time-tested price trigger reports live and in person. I hope to see you there.